I am Dana Malcolm. This is your PM edition of Top Stories for Monday, December 18th, 2023. Coming up, the news that matters most.
There's only one place in Providenciales where you can really feel your duty-free savings, and that's at Sam's Club on Leeward Highway. Duty-free bread basket items on top of Sam's Club already low prices? If you're not shopping at Sam's Club, you're paying too much.
With police having recovered the body, the Turks and Caicos is mourning the death of young Rashawn Cox. He went missing at sea on Sunday, and residents are now clamoring for answers on how he died. Reports that the body had been retrieved near the Tiki Bar began coming into the news team around 2 p.m. In the hours leading up to that, rough weather had seriously hampered rescue efforts for the missing man. The Met Service had warned on Sunday that no small craft, especially jet skis, should have been on the water. The circumstances surrounding the death of the young college graduate are unclear, but reports indicate a jet ski was involved. As his loved ones grieve, unanswered questions remain, including what company allowed the jet ski to be utilized despite repeated marine warnings. We send our deepest condolences to the Cox family and all loved ones of Rashawn. Multiple residents have reached out to our news team expressing shock at the death of a man killed in Q-Town on Friday and describing him as an upstanding citizen. His death followed an exchange of fire as police tried to rescue a kidnapping victim. Whether he was just passing by at the wrong time or involved in the kidnapping has not been confirmed. Reporter Wilkie Arthur visited the scene hours later on Saturday. Those who were there that night are suspicious. They report never having seen the man in the area before the crime occurred, and several queried why he was there during. Residents tell us that his phone rang incessantly after he collapsed, clutched in his hands as loved ones tried to reach him. The victim of the kidnapping was rushed to hospital by police after being rescued. It is reported she was beaten by her captors and left with injuries to the face. None of the perpetrators have been caught. We go now to Rashid Esson. He has news for us from around the region.
You can always find what you're looking for and what you need at Quality Food World. Shop retail, shop wholesale. Quality has the brands you know, the brands you love. Always quality. Big savings every day. And remember to look out for sales for even bigger savings. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays. Open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. On the 5 Keys Access Road. Quality Food World, a prime trading company.
It's now time for your regional top stories. I'm Rashid Esson. The Caribbean region is highly susceptible to flash droughts despite typically receiving frequent rainfall. This is according to Craig Ramsayer, assistant professor at the College of Natural Resources and Environment in a new research paper. He informs that drought conditions in the region can happen more rapidly in extremely sunny areas, with warning signs occurring too late for the necessary measures to be put in place to limit issues such as agriculture loss and stress on infrastructure systems that provide clean water. Minister for the Americas David Rutley is in Guyana showing the United Kingdom's support for the country surrounding the conflict with Venezuela for Essequibo. He met with President Irfan Ali at the State House this morning. This comes days after the declaration between Guyana and Venezuela was signed. At the signing, showing their support for Guyana were major CARICOM leaders such as Prime Minister of Barbados Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of the Bahamas Philip Davis, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of Dominica Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Grenada Daikon Mitchell, Prime Minister of St. Lucia Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis Terence Drew, and Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago Keith Rowley. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
Hello listeners, I'm Terence Spence, police constable attached to the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force, Community Policing Unit. During the holiday season, we sometimes become careless with our actions. The Royal Turks and Caicos Island Police Force is committed to ensuring public safety and reducing fear and crime incidents. Tip number 8. Do not leave your children in the vehicle unattended while shopping, especially with the engine running. Children must be under adult supervision at all times.
That was a public service announcement from the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force.
Another airline has signed on the dotted line to provide commercial flights into the Turks and Caicos. Landing in the country today was Silver Airways, and the excitement from CEO Stephen Russum was unmistakable.
We are super excited to be here. This is our first new country. island nation really since COVID. We are proud that you want to affiliate with us. This is a first-class island.
The message from the CEO was one of cooperation, as he promised to be the type of company that worked well with both citizens and regulators. A new COVID-19 variant, JN.1, has been discovered and is now being monitored by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. It projects that JN.1 comprises an estimated 15 to 29% of cases in the U.S. as of December 8th. The agency says the continued growth of JN.1 suggests that it is either more transmissible or better at evading our immune systems, but there's no evidence yet that it presents an increased risk to public health or is making people sicker. That is it for this edition of the news. I am Dana Malcolm on behalf of myself, Rashid Esson, and the entire news team. Thank you for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production.